Welcome to today's presidential event. Today we are going to have Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton talk about the differences between intelligence and education.
Yes, that's right, folks. There'll be plenty of interaction between Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton over the subject matter of intelligence and education. Get ready to be entertained for the next hour. This will be a bumpy ride. To be President Hillary, you have to be intelligent and educated. I am both. Intelligence is the ability to solve problems or to create products that are valued within one or more cultural settings. I've acquired my intelligence skills in many different areas. Some of these areas include visual, logical, mathematical, interpersonal, and natural skills. Intelligence is the ability to solve problems or to create products that are valued within one or more cultural settings. It's safe to say, Hillary, I'm also an educated man. Very educated. I'm so educated that a wall needs to be built around the Trump Tower to keep the uneducated people out. Education is the wealth of knowledge acquired by an individual after studying particular subject matters or experiencing life lessons. My father always said that education is something provided by an external force. It's extrinsic in value. My father taught me everything I know. I would only be an intelligent person if it was not for third parties like my father. He's the reason I'm a billionaire and so goddamn rich. An intelligent person like the First Lady, Michelle Obama, made an incredible speech. Incredible. But my wife, Melanie, copied that exact speech because I told her to. That's what makes her educated. Hillary's intelligence is natured, but she's never been nurtured like me. I have a natural intelligence, but thanks to my great family, they nurtured me to a fine, educated person, far ahead of her intelligence. All I can say is you can be intelligent all you want, but that won't make you a good president. People who are educated like myself are much more fit for the job. Educated people will make America great again.
Very good, Donald. Very good. I agree with that. We need to make America great again. But this is not going to be done with you as our president. I mean, yeah, you say you're educated and you say you're intelligent, you say your father was a very well-educated man, but I don't think you have the intelligence to carry this country. And I'll tell you why, Donald. I'll tell you why. I mean, if you look at Alfred Binet, a French psychologist, I'm sure you don't know that, but he had a few theories. He had an intelligence test that was based in different levels. And the first level, he says that it's the easiest one. It can be done by everyone, except you, Donald. I don't think you could do that. And then he moves on to say, it gets harder and, only a certain few people will be able to do this. And then it gets to the hardest stage. And one of the things he says is, my neighbor has been receiving strange visitors. He has received in turn a doctor, a lawyer, and then a priest. What is taking place? And I'm sure you cannot answer that one, Donald, because you couldn't even answer the simplest of things. So then, if we were to move on to Howard Gardner, Donald, I'm going to tell you a bit about this man. He was an American development psychologist who is best known for his theory of multiple intelligences. And well, Donald, I heard you speak about this earlier in your speech, and I'm just going to say, I don't think you really understand what it is he's doing. I mean, you talked about the logic, the linguistics, the spatial. You just don't have spatial awareness, Donald. I mean, literally, you were in my face all the time, and I just can't deal with it. And you're not intelligent, and please do not try and fool the people by saying that you are. And finally, I'm going to move on to Robert J. Sternberg, who had, of course, as we know, the intelligent people know, the triarch theory of intelligence. And one of his things was the componential part. And it's about, being able to solve problems and see solutions. And Donald, you just can't do that. I'm sorry, you can't.
Oh no, it's Barack Obama.
Well, Secretary Clinton and Mr. Trump, we sent out surveys investigating these matters of intelligence and education. And one of the questions involved, in relating to both intelligence and education to examinations, do you think your intelligence or your education is more likely to help you receive a good grade? Explain your reasons. And 70% of the University Limerick students in Ireland think that education is more important in the light of examinations. Some of the comments included: having the right sort of intelligence certainly helps to pass exams. Proper education that encourages the student to love learning and inspires an interest in the student also helps. The second question we asked was, do you believe yourself to be more intelligent after approximately 15 years of education? Some of the comments included: I am more socially intelligent now than I was as a child. I suspect I lost some of my curiosity and creativity for fear of being wrong and doing poorly. Some of the others, there are certain things I have learned. For example, without education, I would not know how to read and how to write properly, and my level of understanding for certain things has developed. It helped me to get into college to do the course I wanted to do. However, I felt school challenged me and pressured to be book smart, and it was a very hard time in life for me. So, just to conclude, my presidency will always be remembered because I looked into this further.
Well, Donald and Hillary, everyone might think you're a little bit mad in America. Well, I'll tell you what, in Ireland, everyone thinks I'm a little bit mad. And I'll tell you why. It's because I'm very creative, and this links into intelligence and education. Creative learning gives people confidence in particular people, like myself, who are intelligent but may have left education at an early age. Creativity helps people to have faith in themselves and express themselves. Many creative people are very intelligent, but may have had a negative experience with the education system. This in turn will mean they may not be well educated, but this does not mean these people aren't intelligent, like myself. Creativity is largely neglected in higher and further education levels. Creativity is seen in education to some extent, but it is more if an individual themselves make their learning experience creative. With the exam system, there is little room left for creativity in the classroom. This affects students and people within the education system because they do not have the chance to express themselves creatively in their work and are left having little room to do anything that isn't rote learning.
Okay, I think we'll leave it there, so lots of unexpected guests.
Thanks everyone for tuning into a presidential debate tonight. Good night and God bless.
Now I had the time of my life. No, I never felt like this before. Yes, I swear it's a truth, and I owe it all to you.
'Cause I had the time of my life, and I owe it all to you.
I've been waiting for so long, now I finally found someone to stand by me.
We saw the writing on the wall as we felt this magical fantasy.
Now with passion in our eyes, there's no way we could disguise it secretly. So we take each other's hand, 'cause we seem to understand the urgency.
I think he loves